Welcome everyone, and thank you for giving me a chance to participate in Third Woman in TESOL International Conference. I'm Anwar Jawad Kazem. My paper entitled Using Instagram for Developing Students' Writing Ability. I starting from contents of the study. Number one, abstract. Two, objectives of the study. Research questions. Hypothesis of the study. Course design, analysis of results and discussions, and finally conclusion and recommendations. Let us start with abstract of the study. Traditional methods of teaching learning has been seen monotonous to the current generation. Thus, this forced educators to incorporate and integrate web, which allows for more exposure to teaching and learning as it involves the use of technology and the internet. This study is to develop students' writing ability by using Instagram. Significantly, the study shows that the use of Instagram in teaching and learning process improved students' writing ability. The students made a good improvement on the aspect of proficiency in writing. The social media worked well to improve their interest, focus, and proficiency in writing. They were more interested in the teaching and learning process and kept focused on the class. They also had more opportunities to practice their skills by using the social media. The study concluded as the following. Number one, from results of the study, Instagram has positive significant effects on writing ability among Iraqi FL students. Two, teachers who teach English by using interesting strategies instead of focusing on only traditional ones, their students have positive motivation toward learning. And finally, number three, despite of advantages of using Instagram in learning writing and other skills, but some students still prefer actual classroom discussions instead of those in Instagram. Now I'd like to talk about the importance of writing as a tool to relay the writer's thoughts to the reader. Writing is a skill that is hard to master because it requires learning and understanding social factors and necessity in one's daily life. It isn't any innate skill because one that has to be academically acquired. Students have to study and practice writing in order to be well versed in it. However, writing can be used as an indicator of a student's English proficiency. Students doing a right task are often faced with obstacles. First, they have difficulty translating their thoughts into words and they don't know how to select the correct words. Second, because of their lack of workable knowledge of, they tend to make a lot of mistakes or grammatical mistakes in their writing. Third, for students whose ideas or language competency are wanting to be with, writing can be a traumatic learning process. Different methods and approaches have been tried to develop students' writing skills, one of them being teaching via technology. While importance of Instagram represented by the following. Instagram was launched on October 2010. It's one platform of social media which its user can share photos and sharing from it. At 2013, Instagram service expanded to sharing 15-second video. Since that time, the number of people used Instagram increased rapidly. From the Instagram statistics show that it has attracted more than 150 million active users with a average of 55 million photos uploaded by user per day and more than 16 billion photos shared so far. Instagram 2013. For now, Instagram can take many functions: create accounts, post content, pictures or 15-second videos, apply filters, add captions, tag users, add locations, add has tags like content, add comments, browser and follow other accounts, check a feed generated by followed accounts, and explore, search for hashtag users. In general, Instagram has specific features which are commonly used by user. The features can be described in the following. Number one, Instagram profile interface. Number two, profile content. It provides viewers to scroll down the profile. Number three, Instagram photos content. Clicking on a photo to display a large version of the photo. And finally, number four, navigational tools. There are 5 icons available at the bottom of each page in the Instagram screen. The icons are the home page, explore page, posting page, notification page, and finally, user's profile page. Objectives of the study. This study mainly aims to 1. Finding out ways that could be integrated with traditional instruction for supporting EFL learners' writing skills. Number 2. Finding out using Instagram to develop writing ability for enhancing EFL learners' performance. In order to fulfill the purpose of this study, the following research questions have been raised by the researcher. Number 1. Does using Instagram have significant effect on students' writing ability? 2. Do students have positive attitude toward the use of Instagram for doing the activities? And finally, number 3, do students perceive the English language descriptive writing activities on Instagram? Now we are reached to the hypothesis of the study. The following hypotheses have been designed based on the research questions. Number 1, using Instagram application has significant effect on EFL students' writing ability. And number 2, students who are taught by using Instagram as teaching media have higher score than those who taught by a traditional teaching method. Now, I'd like to talk about course design. 2 sections have been selected from the third year of Iraq private colleges. One of them is experimental group and another is control group. Both of them contain 15 students. The instructions of 2 groups have started on January 2019 and have lasted for 4 weeks. At these 4 weeks, I taught the control group by traditional methods with pre-post test, while the experimental group taught by using social media sites represented by Instagram application with the pre-post test also. The data of the present study was obtained by using a written tests for students. This course made use of Instagram in teaching and learning process. Students were required to join the activities performed in Instagram, which aim to improve their writing ability starting from week 1 to week 4. On the first week, students would be informed of course design or course syllabus, comprising score allocation, assignments, or especially the activities that they had to do in Instagram. The contents that would be improved through the activity were paragraph writing. At the end of the class of this, on this week, they were asked to join Instagram provided by the teacher and created a group of 4 to 5 members. On week 2 to 3, students were required to work together with their team members in Instagram. The teacher posted the topic for writing in a paragraph of at least 100 words. Each student was required to compose the content and posted it in their group so that the members would read, correct, and give a comment. The teacher got into each group to check whether they were able to make any changes in their written tasks. In this activity, the teacher acted as a facilitator who overread students' writing and gave suggestions about mechanism of writing. If their writing was improved, they would be informed to write the content in a piece of paper and submit it in class. Also, there were 2 pieces of writing to be done. Apart from the aforesaid activity, the teacher also made use of Instagram in posting announcements or educational issues, such as reminding students of the upcoming presentations or informing them about resources or materials useful for their study. Sometimes the teacher put links of websites regarding writing that were beneficial to them. Now I'd like to talk about analysis of results and discussions. The mean score of experimental group was improved from 73.23 to 87.69, while the mean score of control group was improved from 53.50 to 68.26 according to the tests and the evaluation of the students' writing. It seems that the action implemented in this study could improve their writing ability. It was proven that the use of Instagram can help them in developing their creativity in writing because they can use some pictures through the media in writing the text. The analysis showed that the means of the pre-test and the post-test scores were significantly different from experimental group. Therefore, it can be concluded that the use of Instagram elicits a statistical improvement on the student's writing ability. These results confirm the hypothesis adopted by the researcher in this study, which says number one, using Instagram application has significant effect on EFL students' writing ability. Two, students who are taught by using Instagram as teaching media have higher score than those who taught by traditional teaching method. The standard deviation of experimental group is 13.286, while the standard deviation of control group is 10.243, and the t-value is 1.350. This computation is used to answer research questions which mention that does using Instagram have significant effect on students' writing ability? And do students have a positive attitude toward the use of Instagram for doing the activities? And finally, do students perceive the English language descriptive writing activities on Instagram? Now I reach to conclusion and recommendation of my paper or of my study. Number one, conclusion. At the end of this study can be conclude that the students who are taught by using Instagram as teaching media have higher score than those who taught by traditional teaching method. The main scores of both experimental and control group are different in both tests. While recommendations of this study, based on the findings of this study, the following can be recommended. Number one, Instagram use or must be used not only for fun and communication, but more significantly for useful practice in language lessons, thus leading toward the goal of improving learners' knowledge. Number two, researchers should investigate if actual learning takes place through means of experimental and control groups to report the effectiveness of a foreign language and consider the use of pre-post test and delay post tests in reporting the results. And finally, number three, another suggestion is looking into students' perceptions toward learning through social media to find out whether they would accept using Instagram for educational purposes and what factors might affect their perceptions, such as the learner's age or proficiency level. Now we reach to the end. Thank you for watching.